Welcome, my brothers and sisters, again, a prophetic word from the desk of the bishop. For it is so good to be back with you all on this great Tuesday to bring another word from the Lord to your presence. I don't know about you, but every time I hear the word of the Lord, it does something for my soul. Hope and pray that you're being blessed each time that I bring this word to your hearing. This evening, I want to talk to you from Psalm 30. I want to talk what David said in Psalm 30. He said a dedication of the house of David. David said, I will exalt thee, O Lord. He said, for thou hast lifted me up and hast not made my foe to rejoice over me. This is a good saying today because the enemy is always constantly, continuously raging over us, trying to take us down. But thank God, David said, that thou hast not made my foes to rejoice over me. O Lord my God, David said, I cried unto thee, and thou hast healed me. That's a blessing today. When you cry unto the Lord, not only does God hear your prayer, but God can heal your condition. And the blessing thing of it, David said, when I cried, he heard me and he healed me and he delivered me. The first part said that he blessed me and not let my foes take charge over me. Secondly, he healed me when I cried unto him. Brothers and sisters, there's nothing wrong with crying unto the Lord. There's nothing wrong with crying. It's something about the people of God. When you cry, God moves in a mighty way. David said here, he said, O Lord, thou hast brought up my soul from the grave. Thou hast kept me alive, that I should not go down to the pit. You have kept me alive, that I should not go down to the pit. Sing unto the Lord, he said, O ye saints of him, and give thanks at the remembrance of his holiness. Sing unto the Lord, O ye saints, and give remembrance at his holiness. For he said his anger endure but a moment, and his favor is life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. That's a good saying. That's a blessing because, first of all, we know when the Lord is angry with us, we are in trouble. Thank God, and ain't you glad that his anger ain't but a moment? I'm so glad it doesn't last long. God doesn't stay angry with us. When he get angry, it's a specific reason. It's enough to make us realize that he doesn't like what you're doing. You need to turn around. You need to stop, or you need to change. And only for a moment, but the favor of the Lord, that's a blessing, is always life. That means God will favor us for life. Even people that doesn't live right, God still blessed. That's how good God is. Even those that don't even live for him, still God favor upon them. He blessed them to live regardless to the circumstances or the situation. There's a song that says, he looked beyond all of my faults and sees all my need. That's the kind of God that we serve today. And so therefore his anger endured but a moment, but his favor is life, brothers and sisters. I love this. Weeping may endure for a night, but that joy will come in the morning. And then he turned around and said, in my prosperity, I said I shall never be moved. Yes, in my prosperity, in my walk with God, in my moving with God, in my making with God, in my doing with God, in my prospering in God, I shall never be moved. And then he said, Lord, thy favor, thou hast made my mountain to stand strong. Thou did hide thy face, and I was troubled. When God hide his face, oh my God. You talk about trouble. You don't want God to ever turn his back on you or hide his face from you. Now I'm going to show you how serious it is when God keeps his eyes upon us. The song says his eyes on the sparrow, he's always watching over me. When God takes his eyes off of, when God moves his face from you, trouble is taking place. So the watchman of God looking at us was to eliminate us from trouble. You could have had a lot of things happen to you every day of your life, but because of God's face upon you, because of God's eyes upon you, because the hands of God is on you, that's the reason why it did not happen. So I heard David say, Lord, thy favor, thou hast made my mountain to stand strong. Thou didn't hide thy face. I was troubled. I cried to thee, O Lord, and unto thee, Lord, I made supplication. What profit is there in my blood when I go down to the pit? Shall the dust praise thee? Shall it declare thou true? No. Hear, O Lord, and have mercy upon me. This is what David was saying. This is what you and I need to be saying today. Lord, be thou my helper. Thou hast turned for me thy mourning into dancing. Thou hast put off thy sackcloth and girded me with gladness. Thank God. To the end that thou my glory may sing praises to thee and not be silent. O Lord my God, I will give thanks unto thee forever. The question is today to you, my brothers and sisters, are you going to thank God for all that he has done? Are you going to give thanks to the Lord and everything that he do in your life? I heard David say that I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise shall continually be in my mouth. You ought to have a mouth of praise, a thought of worship, and want to serve God to the fullness. For I am going to give thanks unto him in all things. Listen, I don't care if it's little, I don't care if it's small, I don't care if it's big. I am going to thank God because guess what? Whatever God gives you is good. Big things come in little packets. Keep that in mind. Big things come in little packets. If God sends you something small, don't underestimate it. Do you hear what I'm saying? Don't you underestimate the little thing that God gives to you because that little thing can turn to a big thing. I know what I'm talking about. There's one more thing. A mustard seed is little. It's a little teeny, weeny, bitty, little bitty seed. Turn to the great big old tree. That's the way God blesses us. He can give us little things, it can turn to a big thing. So count the blessing, and when he bless you, always give thanks unto the Lord, and God will continue to bless you. Every Tuesday right here, a prophetic word from the desk of the bishop. Until then, see you